Okay, so if you look at an example here, so let's just go over the mechanism of electroplating. Okay, so in the earlier slides, we talked about what is electroplating and what is the main mechanism of electroplating and what do you have to do in order to plate a metal with a with another more expensive or valuable metal or a relatively inert metal, right? So you have this rule, okay, where at the negative electrode, you have the object that is to be electroplated. So, yes, so for example, at the cathode, you want to plate this iron plate. Okay, iron is very reactive. Okay, and in order to protect it from rust, you can just electroplate it with copper. So yeah. So at the cathode, you'll have iron. You'll use iron at the cathode, right? Because that's the metal you want to electroplate it with. Sorry, that's the metal that you want to electroplate or coat, right? And at the anode or the positive electrode, you'll have the metal that you want to plate onto the cathode. Okay. So please just ignore these spikes, but I need this is just a software glitch. And in the solution, you will have the ions of the coating metal. Okay. So the coating metal right here is copper sulfate. We are going to coat copper sulfate onto the iron plate. So the solution should contain, sorry, we are going to coat copper onto the iron plate, right? So the solution should contain copper sulfate, right? Because copper sulfate has copper to positive ions. ठीक हो गया? So at the positive electrode, just to recap, at the positive electrode, we have the coating metal, right? That is copper in this case. So at the positive electrode, we have copper. At the negative electrode, we have the metal that you have to electroplate on. Okay, so you need iron. Okay, and in the solution, you have ions containing this. Okay, you should have ions containing the metal that is to be plated onto the iron. In this case, we have copper, and this forms your electrolytic solution. So yeah, so we use copper sulfate. Okay, so uh, electroplating के जो uses होते हैं, it's coating a cheaper metal with a more expensive one, right? And as we talked about earlier examples, you can also choose to, coat uh, a very reactive metal with a relatively inert metal. Okay, so these are the uses of electroplating, and these are some of the commonly observed uses. So we have a gold-plated watch. When you say gold-plated, that means we have gold-plated watches, we have gold-plated cutlery and utensils, and we have gold-plated jewelry. So the plated word, whenever you see plated, that means electroplating was used to actually plate that metal. We have copper-plated mugs, we have silver-plated teapots, goblets, and chrome electroplated taps. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so that's all for electroplating. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know, and uske baad we can go over some examples.